B dude, Stevie. You in the mix with my cousin Igor Beats. The basement's going scandalous, scandalous.
Yeah, man, this your boy Major, man. And I'm in the mix with DJ Igor Beats. What it do?
It's your boy Manip, and you're in the mix with DJ Igor Beats. What it do?
It's your boy Mo Gun, CEO of Beats Entertainment, and you in the mix with DJ Igor Beats. What it do?
Yo, what's up? It's your boy Whiteout, one part of the Bay Boys of Comedy. And you in the mix with my little big cousin, DJ Igor Beats. What it do?
It's your boy Rascal of Beats Entertainment, and you're in the mix with DJ Igor Beats. What it do?
It's your boy Gutter, you know, it's the mob. And you in the mix with Igor Beats. What it do?
DJ Igor Beats in the mix.
Bank line! Bank line!
Free to do my own thing, to battle in the ring against my worst enemy within me. Head high to the rising sun, knowing who I can become, never complacent, never adjacent, always number one. I have begun, I've been around the dark and back, I think I ought to know a thing or two. And I know the strength in me you can achieve inside of you. Unstoppable, no one can break me. I'm unstoppable, nothing can take me, oh no. I'm unstoppable, I'm gonna make it unstoppable in the face of no one.
Yes, it's a Monday. Y'all know what it is, it's Unstoppable, it is us. I am Lavelle Stewart. And this is my beautiful wife, Stacy Stewart, and we are the Unstoppable Stewarts, coming at y'all for another full hour of you know what it is. And we here dropping this science, getting this information out to y'all. As y'all already know, it's a no nonsense, no buffoonery Monday, at least between this hour, you know what I mean? So that's what we doing, and we hope that y'all tune in and enjoy what we got going on.
Yes. I am so happy to be in the building today. We were off last week.
Yes.
But we did go live for some of our followers. But it's just good to be back in the studio looking at Ig back there. You know what I mean?
Shout out to our producer, Ig, doing the beats. You know what I'm saying? Staying true to the script, making us shine and look good every Monday from 3 to 4. Y'all know y'all can catch us live on twitch.tv/BayLifeRadio. That's where we at live, and when you don't want to catch us live and just kick back and just hear what we got to talk about, we are at
Unstoppable Stewarts on Instagram and the Unstoppable Stewarts on Facebook.
What about YouTube?
And YouTube,
yeah.
The Unstoppable Stewarts.
That's where the episodes is at, on YouTube.
If you miss us on here, you can catch it on YouTube.
Right, so getting into what we do every Monday, as we always talk about, no nonsense, no buffoonery. As y'all know, and I'm pretty sure you're seeing folks out there lobbying for your vote and talking a lot of, in some cases, nonsense, and in other cases, real life issues that pertain directly to you and me. And that's what we like to talk about here at the Unstoppable Network, because the voting system, though we may call it rigged and everything else, it is our one voice as an American to voice that. And we encourage all of y'all to go down there, that if you tired of these potholes, if you tired of this bipping, if you tired of this lack of ignorance that's going on between the police force and the mayor's office, all of that, time to shine,
time to vote.
Time to vote.
It's time to vote. It's time to vote. And know who you're voting for. Get to know the candidates. Read about them. Look them up. A lot of people think that their vote doesn't count on a local level, it really counts.
Yes.
Okay? Just
And that's
don't be fooled.
And
Do
that's
not.
what we want y'all to not be discouraged by that local vote, because the local vote is basically what you see out your window. The infrastructure, the holes in the ground, the bipping, just the lack of just everything going on, from excessive trash out there that needs to be picked up to parks that need to be cleaned. This is the stuff that we talking about. We could care less about what's going on in Washington, because at the end of the day, half of that shit in Washington don't pertain to us until it pertain to us. And then when it pertains to us, that's when they all in our face talking about, can you help us?
Yeah.
They want the help.
Yeah. No, get out and vote, please. Like he said, I mean, if you're a taxpayer, you should exercise your right to vote.
Absolutely.
And for me, I pay property taxes. So property taxes, if you pay property taxes and you look at the property tax thing, you pay for AC Transit, you pay for OPD, you pay for OSUD. Like, my voice will be heard.
Right. All these different things that $2 or $3 go to that you may not even pay attention to on your taxes, or pay attention to when you're going up in those voting polls. That shit really means something.
Yeah.
You would just not really understand the significance of what you're voting, how powerful it truly is, because you know, a lot of us, we've seen, unfortunately, this system and what it has done to our community, and we hold resentment to that. But at the same time, you got to be in a place to do some change, to not do damage, but do change. And that's what we about right here at the Unstoppable Network, trying to do change.
Yeah, we're not trying. We're doing.
Yes, doing.
You got to be the change you want to see. You know what I mean? And that word "try," I always correct myself.
No, it's big, because when you're trying, you ain't really giving your all.
No, it's like you're doing. We're doing. Shout out to Dwight Whiteout.
We went to the
comedy
the comedy
show.
out. We watched a couple of duds go from spuds to duds, but for the most part, we enjoyed ourselves. You should have seen some of them comedians that didn't get a clap. They was pissed off when they walked off that stage.
They was pissed.
They was pissed. But you know, I mean, real comics bomb.
Yeah, but
it happens.
Exactly. It's all about working that muscle.
Right.
You know? Get back on stage and do it again.
And laugh about it later on in the other show.
Laugh about it later on in the other show.
That's how
I used to suck. You know?
Right. Absolutely. And shout out to the one of the biggest parades that we have in Oakland, California, every year, the Black Joy Parade. It was my first time going, and I really love to see the black folks that I saw out there yesterday. Shout out to all the people that was on the floats, that was giving us the entertainment. That was very positive energy that we did enjoy. And it was a beautiful thing. It's just unfortunate it's not as long as it needs to be, because that really needs to run through Oakland, and they need to get it out of downtown Oakland and either choose west or east as a means to run that parade.
They could, because they used to have the Black Cowboy Parade in West Oakland. Yeah, that's right. The Black Cowboy Parade used to be right there on the off of over there by the Infirmary.
Yeah,
that's where they used to start.
I think that if they aimed it, you know, at the community that is aimed at, that the turnout would be more significant.
I think it was good. I think where they had it on Broadway was good.
No, I'm not downgrading the turnout or nothing, but a lot of these companies shy away from coming to Deep East Oakland because they think
that's
that
not
it's going.
Deep East.
No, I'm saying a lot of these companies shy away from coming out here to Deep East Oakland to want to run a parade of that magnitude, due to what they consider, it might be some violence attached to it.
But guess what? They can't do that.
No.
Want to know why? We only got one street.
Right.
So if they came out here to East Oakland, where the parade going to be at?
It's
not on International.
No.
And definitely not on MacArthur.
No, it's going to be on Foothill.
Foothill's the same way. Haven't they shut that down?
Well, to an extent, but they could definitely run a parade at that magnitude, at least from from the 70s all the way down to the Doves.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you could definitely have a nice parade.
Yeah.
A nice turnout. And
or from the Doves to the 70s.
Yeah. Either way, whichever way you choose to go. That would be cool. But, I mean, shout out to everybody that attended. And shout out to all the participants, because it was a lot of information that was being gathered down there.
It was, but you know what? One of the things that me and Lavelle noticed, people was looking sad.
Yeah.
We was walking by people like Black Love, Black Joy. Like, come on, y'all, get
Folks
it together.
don't want to talk. They in that
People
syndrome.
looking mean. Like, we gotta stop that. We a lot of women and men, you know, have that relaxed face where it's just, I'm relaxed, I'm not being mean. But then some people really do be like outside looking depressed. And it's
Because
like,
I'm and to kind of piggyback on what you're saying, it's like, how do you go down to a parade that you're a part of? Mind you, you getting on a float, or you're going to be, you know, attached to it in that form of fashion, and be mad. What you gonna be mad for?
Yeah.
Like, go down there and like get the crowd amped, get folks energized to want to see what's going on and all of that. So that part right there was a trip. It was truly a trip.
Because I'm saying, like, even speaking, people weren't speaking. We spoke to a couple of people.
Yes,
and they was
we
just
did.
like, and it's like, come on, like,
trying to get that morale up, trying to get folks energetic and happy and motivated. And that's what we do every Monday here when we're coming to you, trying to get you motivated and inspired about what the issues that got us, you know, in this position in the first place, because what we were trying to do was voice our opinion. What we saw out here we didn't like. And we were given a platform. And now that we have this platform, what we do every Monday is try to bring, like I say, no nonsense, no buffoonery. And some people, that go right over their head. But when you get consumed with ignorance for so long, you become immune to it. So you don't even realize when you're seeing something that's not cool to be seeing. You just watch it, just numb to it. Like, come on now. We got to do something a little bit better than that, than just be completely, numb to it.
Yeah.
So it is what it is, and like I said, I'm glad that y'all was able to tap in on this glorious Monday.
Yes, it is a glorious Monday. We got no rain for the last 2-3 days.
Yes,
that was good.
And this being the last Monday of February 26, 2024, we are here, and we are glad to be here. And there's a lot of stuff going on out here in these Oakland streets that we could talk about. And we always encourage y'all that if you got something to say and you want your voice heard, you got it, 510-563-7819. Call us, tap in, let us hear what you're talking about. Let us hear how you feeling and what you feel, what needs to happen in Oakland with this election year happening, and all these people gonna be violent for your votes and telling you everything that they think you need to hear in order to get those votes.
Yeah, because they specialize in it. They do it. They specialize in it. They tell you everything you want to hear. It was a trip because there's a candidate for city attorney or something like that, and in his commercial, he's saying he's here to stop the crime.
Right.
Of course, people want crime to stop. You understand? But how do we really know if he's really here to stop the crime?
But here's the catch. In what capacity are you here to stop the crime? I mean, because getting tougher on crime that means the laws have to change, unfortunately, again.
It's just like what we were talking about, though. These criminals are getting arrested, but they're being released before they booked.
And that's a disturbing factor to any police officer that's supposed to be serving our community, because if they are trying to make a difference by getting rid of, and I won't say rid of, but just addressing the issue at hand, which is the bipping and all the stuff that's going on, and they arresting people for these different crimes, like the situation that just happened at the Albany bar station. Excuse me. I want to say Alameda, but Albany bar station, where it was over 50 cars broken into.
Oh, yeah, in Berkeley.
Right.
Was Berkeley.
That was a situation to where, it's like, at some point, when do we say enough is enough?
Yeah.
You just literally went through a whole parking lot of people that parked their cars, jumped on a BART, and went wherever they went to, only to be, to come back and be notified that, hey, your car has been broken into. It's like, that's a lot.
Yeah.
That's a lot. And it's not cool, and it's unfortunate that people have to be subjected to this.
This was at the Berkeley BART station and an apartment complex.
Right.
In Berkeley. So you imagine you're at home, right?
Right.
You have designated parking, but it's not, private parking.
Right.
You wake up, go to your car, and your car is busted into.
Yeah, that's not cool at all. At all. Mm-mm. And it's real unfortunate, totally disrespectful, and individuals' property is just completely violated. And once it's violated, you go into a whole nother mode of just it's just like, wow,
yeah.
me, why me?
Yeah,
you
feel like why you, but the whole thing, like what I was saying before, is that this is not an excuse. I'm not making this an excuse. The kids out there, these people out there that are bipping and stealing and robbing,
yes,
are illiterate. Like, let's put it out there.
To an extent, they are. I mean, but at the same time, a lot of people, and I hear people's cries and acknowledgement for different reasons why kids do the things that they do, but right is right, wrong is wrong.
Right, but it's not just kids. You got some 30-year-olds out here bipping.
Yeah,
I mean, you know what I'm saying?
And again, right is right, wrong is wrong. Because I'm going to say this. I grew up in the 70s and the 80s. And when I grew up, hustling was on the street. It was drugs being sold and things of that nature. The people that we saw breaking into cars and doing things like that were the people that was trying to get money for the drugs that was being sold on the street. So it's then reversed completely to now individuals that's going in folks' cars to steal stuff. And it's
you want to know why? The infrastructure has changed in the hood. There's no more drugs. All of the doctors are the new drug dealers.
Yes.
The pharmacy is the turf. The pharmacy is the new turf. You have a weed shop on every corner. So that took weed off of the block, right?
Right.
Then the only thing they left in the hood was prostitution, and now prostitutes making their own money.
Right.
On their own apps. And
it's in a minute that'll be legal.
Right.
In a minute, because the way that's structured, it'll be legal in a minute.
It is. They cannot go and get those girls. We saw police when we were driving down East 14th that time.
Right.
We saw police right across from the Hostro.
Right.
Sitting in his car.
Yeah.
They can't say anything to these women anymore.
That's crazy.
For indecent, being indecent. They changed that. So once they change that, basically makes prostitution legal.
Okay, yeah.
I can go outside and not get arrested, and the police won't get me if I got something up my butt.
Right.
Hanging out outside.
Exactly.
I get to go out like that.
Yeah, and it's crazy. It was like me and my wife seen this one lady the other day. She had her pants so hiked up in between her ass cheeks that we both had to go find this woman. So if it's got a female wanting to see this as well as a male, it's a lot going on with these pants that they got riding up inside. You gotta tell the whole story.
When they doing the ass.
The whole clap thing.
The ass clap. They got ass clap leggings now.
Shout out to the ass clap leggings, ladies and gentlemen. You know what I mean?
Seriously.
You sisters get on Instagram and you commit to clapping your ass, and the first thing runs through my mind is, at some point, that thing is going to start to perspire. You know what I mean? And once it perspires, it's going to start reeking with funk. Lord have mercy. And some of them butts be seriously big as they attempt to, come with this twerking thing.
The funny part, and that's why I said you gotta tell the whole story. You can't just be like, we was following somebody.
No, we wasn't stalking nobody. It wasn't like that.
Lavelle thinks that they pull their leggings into their butt cheeks. No. These are leggings that's made like it. So when we saw the lady, I was like, babe, there go the leggings right there.
Yeah, right.
She got them on.
Right.
And so that's why we were.
Because I've seen women on Instagram, doing this particular dance where the pants is completely in their behind. I always thought that they were actually pulling them in there until we saw this woman in the actual where we saw her in the parking lot, and she had on those type of leggings, and I was like, so they make these?
Yes,
Like,
they make them to go inside so that when they clapping, you can it give it
Lord have
room to
mercy.
clap. I guess
It's a lot going on back there. You know what I mean?
And he always says when he comes past it, he goes, "What's she selling?"
Cause I mean, come on now, you got them things, you know, giving a standing ovation. You selling something? I don't know.
Hey, it ain't Girl Scout cookies,
right?
Okay? Can I get some Thin Mints, please?
Yeah, exactly. You know what I mean? And they was mad at Nelly years ago for taking a credit card and running it down somebody's behind, and now it's fashionable to clap in that manner.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Shout out to my boy Nelly, man.
Yes.
You know what I mean? That shit is crazy. That years ago they was mad at him. Oh my God, how could he slide a credit card down somebody's behind?
Yeah. To this conversation though, what I don't understand is this their way of prostituting on social media? That's what I'm trying to figure out. Like, are they prostituting on social media?
It's a diabolical agenda going on. Trust and believe it. And we've seen it in multiple chat lines with Redbook and different things that women was using in order.
Redbook. What is Redbook?
Redbook was an app that an individual could go on and find him a prostitute.
Oh, you don't have to go cruising down the street no more. You just go on
eventually the Fed shut it down. I'm pretty sure there have been other apps since Redbook that have appeared. Don't necessarily know what those apps are, but I would imagine that it's still popping to the fullest extreme on that internet. As to, you know, an individual can, you know, be solicited and go get some sex or what have not.
Yeah.
But it's just really unfortunate because it's like, if you're gonna promote it, promote it. If you're going to live this life, live it. I don't tell nobody what not to do or how to do it. But the sad part is, it's like when I was in prison and I used to see the med line, there wasn't nothing but black people in that med line. Mm-hmm. And all of them was trying to get some type of form of medication to stay medicated in the environment that we were in. Mm-hmm. And now to come home and see people still in that psychosis of, I need this medication in order to, you know, function and go about their daily lives is painful to see, because you would think that individuals would know that these medications is not cool. And in there, we refer to them as hot meds. Out here is, you know, it's the same type of medication. If you on any type of Renlins or ROMs or anything, or the Steens or the Leans, all of these different type of things, you know, mount up to, you know, slowing you down emotionally and physically. They beating your body and your mind up. And then it's unfortunate because there's so much mental health stuff that's going on out here that we always talk about on our show. Like, mental health is a real big thing. And there's a lot of people out there going through a lot of serious shit that just don't know how to, you know, understand why they are going through what they're going through.
Well, I mean, everybody is going through something, right?
Yes.
But I feel like to our mental health conversation, we don't talk about it.
No.
Everybody puts on the mask and, like you said, self-medicate and not deal with the issue at hand.
Right. And
so, if you don't deal with it, what's gonna happen? It's gonna.
I mean, it
snowball.
What happens is over time it just builds up, and then it's like a powder keg, and you know, I can just refer to like an individual, you know, having a situation where you got a tea kettle on the stove, and it's just. It's over there simmering, and eventually it's going to start hollering. And that holler in a human being is that holler for help. And a lot of people tend to want to shy away from that when somebody is telling them that they're going through these type of issues. And we've seen it. Last year we saw suicide of somebody that was like vibrant, out here working, really had it together, and still did that to themselves, and we see that all the time. So we want to let people know, and those of you as old as us have seen people, trying to function and just can't do it for whatever reason and decide to go that route. And unfortunately, as I always say, suicide has no color, it has no distinctive smell, it has no distinctive look. It just happens. And when it happens, the people who are left here are just left with questions as to why somebody would do that. So when you hear somebody crying out for help and they asking you various questions, please take time to stop and listen.
Yeah. Stop and listen and be an ear. Sometimes people don't want to hear your opinion. Like sometimes people just want to vent and be that person that someone can vent to. Not
Right.
unless they do it all the time. Then you got to create boundaries for yourself.
Right.
Don't ever let someone dump their toxic waste on you. We're not saying that, but sometimes it's good to be a listening ear, and sometimes not giving your opinion all the time.
You gotta, and you ain't gotta be no doctor to listen. Some people just need to get it out, because if they, it's like using the restroom. At some point, you're gonna have to sit down and you're gonna have to go.
Yeah.
You
gotta
can't-
release.
You can't hold it forever, because one thing about our bodies, it'll say, okay, I didn't try to warn you as much as I possibly could, but now it's time for me to go.
Yeah.
So it's the same way in that situation. Like, your body warns you, and people just really don't pay heed to the signs that we have every day in our body. From the time we wake up, that's a sign. From the time that we use the restroom, from the time that we get hungry, from the time that we get fatigued. It's so many different warning signs that your body goes throughout the course of the day that people don't be saying, like, do you really know yourself?
Yeah.
Do you?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Do you know yourself?
I do know myself. I mean, this might be TMI, but I drink water every morning.
Right.
6 o'clock, my alarm goes off. 6 o'clock. That water that I drink every morning pushes it down. I know that by 6:30,
You on it. Right.
I'm releasing the grandkids.
Exactly.
I'm sitting on the toilet releasing the grandkids.
Understood, but that's what I'm saying.
I
It's
know
like,
my body, though.
You knowing your body.
Yeah.
And it goes for individuals that like to work out there. You work your body so hard to where you feel that burn, but then you know the difference between burn and pain.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? It's a totally different understanding. And
No pain, no
individuals,
gain.
Right. But it's really just that burn. It's that satisfaction of, okay, I've been working this repetition long enough to where now I'm feeling like I'm gaining something, because of now my body is resisting what I'm doing. But you don't never want to take it to the extreme to where now you're hurting yourself.
Yeah.
Same way with these drugs, same way with the medication that folks is taking, like self-medication. I don't knock nobody for what they do. They grown, they do what they do. But at some point, when do you say enough is enough?
You do. I mean, that question, I was there in my life. I literally was there in my life. And I had to say enough was enough. And it's really not until the individual who is addicted or who is using, it's not until they're ready to stop. No one, you can want somebody to stop as much as you want to, but it's not until they're ready to stop. And when they say enough is enough.
Right.
That's why you have a lot of people trying to put their kids or put their adult children in rehab. No, you can't do that.
No.
They got to decide that they want to do that. And then once they decide, because what you're doing is you're becoming an enabler now.
And one thing about this life, as long as you're breathing, you have the ability to change your circumstances.
You do. You do.
An individual can wallow in that shit all they want to, but at the end of the day, if you do not make some type of effort to change your circumstances, you will stay right in them.
Yeah. And it's just a choice.
Right.
It's just making the choice.
Exactly. And
choosing powerfully.
You have to.
You have to choose powerfully. If you're going to choose to continue to do drugs, well, choose powerfully.
Simple as that.
Know what the outcome is going to be. If you choose not to, choose that and keep walking with it.
Simple as that. I mean, you have to understand the significance of what it is that you're trying to do. Be focused, like we focus. Every Monday, we try to deliver this information to y'all. It's real information. Some people might say, oh, man, I'm tired of hearing it. But, I mean, you have to hear it in order to continue to better yourself.
Yeah.
I use the analogy of exercising. this type of information is for your mind, not for your body, but for your mind. And as long as you can equate it to your mind, then you can better formulate it in what you need to do to be a better person in society.
Yeah. You might fall 7 times, get up 8.
Absolutely.
Seriously, that's the motto of my life. I've fallen so much in my life. I didn't just stay there and waddle and look at my wounds and look at them. I fell, I got back up, and I kept pushing.
That's why this unstoppable movement is real, because we have both come through trying times, and to be able to sit here in front of you, especially
is a
after
miracle.
Spending 28 years in prison, and then to be here where I am today. And I don't gloat or glorify that situation, because that was a real unfortunate situation, but I came up out of it. And to be sitting here, I sit here for the people of my city, to serve y'all, to now say that enough is enough, because a lot of individuals don't know what's going on in that situation. I talk to a lot of mothers that are just, at wit's end, wanting to know if their kids is okay, because I know what it's like to wear that mask, to not want to get on that phone and reveal stuff that's going on up in there, for the sanity of my family, to not have them in worry mode. Because if you say a little bit too much, you cause that situation to, escalate at home. And that's what you don't want to do. It's bad enough where you already at. So to be going, ciphering that energy out through that phone, you don't want to do that.
Not at all.
Do that.
Not at all.
No. And it's unfortunate. So I get these mothers that ask me, well, what's really going on up in there? And it ain't about telling on their sons or putting their sons on blast. But I tell a couple of mothers, you aiding and abetting your son by sending them money.
They're being enablers.
For phones or drugs or something like that. Don't do that.
Enablers.
You know what I'm saying? Force that man to adapt the hustle, so that when he come home, he got that hustle mentality in his mind. You know what I mean?
Hey, viewers. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead.
Just hit the newsroom, okay? The U.S. Senate Barbara Lee Oakland rally. It's tonight, Monday, February 26th at Sweets Ballroom. That's 1933 Broadway, Oakland, California, 94612. Doors open at 6:30 p.m. Program starts at 7. This is a U.S. Senate Barbara Lee talk. They are calling it the Barbara Lee Speaks.
So basically, if y'all don't know, this is a woman who is trying to replace the late, great Dianne Feinstein's seat.
Yes.
Dianne passed away a couple of months ago. Her seat came open, and so you have various people lobbying for this position, and Barbara Lee being one of them. And we just gonna ask that y'all come out and hear this lady and see what she got to say, and whatever is going on. If it appeases to you, follow her and engage a little bit more and find out exactly, what do you need to do to be to have your voice heard. Because you can do more than just vote. You can go out and assist in getting votes heard. You can go out and assist with her campaign. It's just so much that could be done. So people like to volunteer and get behind candidates. This is one way you can actually do that.
Yes, it is. Well, we're going to pay some bills, and we'll be right back
Absolutely.
After these messages.
Y'all know what it is. The
We'll
Unstoppable
be right
Network.
back.
Stay tuned and stay live. Here we go.
Yeah, we said go if you want to go if that's who you have in mind.
here and gone in a flash of misery. In the present, trying to rewrite my own history. I'm here and gone in a flash of misery. In the present, trying to rewrite my own history. I'm here and gone in a flash of misery. In the present, trying to rewrite my own history. I'm here and gone in a flash of misery. Trying to rewrite my own history. Talking about no sharks or dragons when I'm imagining and grabbing in my own tails. Affirmation of what I'm asking. Destiny straight chasing. Grace and peace to all those who fell from depression. Adolescent minds getting tested over times. Rewriting like a bad line. Which my life is like a director's cut in a movie. I can get on behind the scenes before they come running at me. Before they view me back to reality like Nike sweatshops. Kids being used like Auschwitz. Let's not become a vicious part of the cycle that gets the louses. The hate becomes something that is due. Sourly pouring out like the lies when they do go from this world. I'm out trying to do something better than these other guys. Like these Will Smith slappers. Let me come back at them because I'm thinking about way these kids coming out from the cycles of how it is. Come, let's go on a roll, getting high to pass the time. Let's go on a roll, getting high to pass the time. I'm doing what you dream about. You wish you could be on the same level, flowing on the same cloud. I'm thinking how it is you're trying to kiss around the T, but you only get the D from COYP. You couldn't even believe what's in part of my history inside of what it is, because ain't no one wanna be like me inside of the state of misery. Nah, please, you couldn't even tell me how it is. Let's go on this trip and let's figure out how my baggage is. That's right, you trying to pass by me and check TSA. Lately I haven't feeling what you've been feeling on my brain. I'd rather go to the flight attendant because I'm rather see how our intestines feel inside of this daffodil. You feel me? Not on the same scheme. Now checking is because we all on the fucking same scheme. Overthink things and she wants to think things and she overthink me. Well, go ahead, you can thank me lately like I was part of a Drake scheme. No one around cause you all just have the same dream. Chasing money bags, gold diggers like KW said. Oh, I meant yay. Some respect on the name, trying to change the game, range the range, put a leash on the dame, trying to get her some pedigree, trying to catch these degrees. You gon' stay high or low with me, I'm trying to see how the ride be. Unlikely, you gonna lie me.
All right. We're back in this building and we encourage y'all to be back with us.
Yes.
Paying bills and celebrating big thrills.
Yes. Shout out to the movie One Love.
Oh.
That was good.
Bob Marley. Yeah,
that was a good movie, y'all.
Yeah.
You know, what people don't realize is that when these black movies come out or where independent movies come out, to go see them the first week they come out, because that's when the numbers count.
Absolutely.
When they first come out. But if you have not gone to see it, please go and see it. I think that his son put a lot of effort into this movie.
He told the story the best he could tell it because there was so much more that could have been put into the movie that, our brother Bob Marley contributed to the struggle in his native country as well as the United States.
Yeah.
He did a lot. So it couldn't all be put in a movie, but it was enough to be cool. And I enjoyed it. Everything was, it was good.
That was the first movie I didn't go to sleep on.
Well, that's good. That's good.
For real.
That's
We be in the movies, he be like this.
Yeah, wake up.
Wake up.
Wake up.
You got to take me to a matinee, okay?
For real.
So picture when I was dating, I never let guys take me to the movies when I was dating. That was not where we going, okay? And not unless you want to hear me snoring.
Right. It's sleepy time up in that joint.
It's sleepy time, okay?
For real. That's a waste of however much money it costs to go.
Hey, that man would have been mad. I'm telling you.
Absolutely.
I went to sleep on him.
Yes. But earlier, before we went to commercial, we was talking about the vote and how important the vote is.
Oh, yeah, let me get that.
With this last week of Black History, because we going to be black for the next 9 months.
What?
The black don't stop. February is Black History Month, but the black don't stop. It's just that simple. You know what I mean?
No,
They put us in boxes. They want to have us celebrate
The shortest month of the year.
Exactly, and it used to be in November, and then it got switched over to February on some real compromise type stuff, and that's crazy that individuals did that, but at least they did it to at least acknowledge us in one particular month. But, you know, as you see us, two black people sitting in front of you, it's 365 black, what we talking about.
Yeah. That is funny.
I mean, it's fact.
Yeah.
It is fact. You know what I mean? And it's cool to celebrate and promote those individuals who have come before us and those individuals who are here making a significant impact in our communities that are black, doing what they do. And on Facebook, I have been celebrating and even coming on here celebrating black entrepreneurs doing big things out there in the community. And we wouldn't be sitting here right now if it wasn't for a black man.
Okay.
So we continue to shout out those individuals who are making that much of a difference in this community. You know what I mean? And it's a whole bunch of them. Like tomorrow, every Tuesday night, this sister right here next to me is going and they participate in what's called a sister circle. And what we talked about with the mental health and how significant mental health is to us and what we're going through.
Yes.
She can better speak on what they talk about and the things that they go through within the sister circle.
Well, basically, we have created a safe space for women. This was a spinoff of Mr. Fab's Thug Therapy. Chantel Herndon, rest in peace. She created Fly Girl Therapy so that women could start having a healing circle, moving towards healing as well. So every Tuesday, we are weekly now. So every Tuesday we meet at Our Joy, that's 1733 Broadway, downtown Oakland from 6 to 8 o'clock. We've created this safe space meaning what happens there, what's talked about there, stays there. We have community agreements, what we expect to get out of it. We also feed you. And free food, okay? Food. You can never lose with free food. We feed you. We don't just sit you there. And we also, after 10 sessions, you have to register. And after 10 sessions, we are giving free Visa gift cards for $100. So it is an incentive to.
So as you get that Visa card to you, I mean, we're hoping that you really go down there and open yourself up and really explore what is bothering you.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, all of us, like she was saying earlier, we wear masks throughout the course of these days that we go through. And if an individual is not willing to be transparent with somebody and really just engage and sit down and talk about uncomfortable topics and really get understanding and clarity from
because it's a space. It's a space where you can come in, like he said, without a mask on. You come in, we talk about topics, we answer questions. It's real community based, you know.
And we ain't talking about a mask that you wear over your face. We talking about the mask that you have every day that you step about your house in order to survive.
Yeah, that fake mask. That mask that has a smile when really you're frowning on the inside, or really you're depressed
crying out for some help.
Yeah. It is, again, I like to say, a safe space. A lot of people, like we said, will go on in this house, stays in this house. Yes. A lot of us was raised like that. But now that we know better, it is important to talk about the things.
Do better. It's the know better to do better situation. And that's kind of like how we'll tie up this particular podcast with a know better to do better. Because if you know better, God damn it, do better. Yeah. It's just that simple.
Yeah.
And a lot of these people that we talk about, like you made mention about the youngsters and even some of these young adults that's out here breaking into these cars. You knew better, but you chose to do what you wanted to do. And because you chose to do what you wanted to do, unfortunately, your ripple effect is trundling down and so many people are being affected by it. Just think about people who own businesses out here that are being deprived of folks coming and patronizing their businesses because folks is scared to leave their cars in various areas.
I haven't had. I'm a part of that.
Yes.
My Airbnb has suffered. Okay.
Absolutely.
My Airbnb has suffered majorly. I have not had any business in 4 months. Do you want to know why? Oakland was on CNN, and that news went global.
Right.
And people are not booking to come stay here in Oakland. They just not.
And it's
4 months.
And you'll be surprised at how many people suffer as a result of these actions taking place from the moms
affected
and pop
by
stores to the big corporations to everybody.
Yeah.
It's literally a ripple effect. And until you understand this practice, you tend to not want to engage into these different things. Because what's going to happen, youngsters, and I tell y'all all the time, you better read these laws, understand what you're doing. So when you sit, like for instance, I mentioned this situation earlier about the situation that happened at the Albany BART station. 50 cars got broken into. You realize that's 50 counts of burglary. 50.
If they get you on that one, they know that you was there. They're going to charge you for all of them.
Absolutely. 50. But the scary part is, Ashby BART station is right there as you get to Berkeley. So it sits on the border of Alcatraz. So just imagine you go 4 or 5 blocks in and you go to Russell Street. And you do the exact same thing that just took place at the BART station. And what you see is once you get your information, 51 counts of burglary. And you going, hold on, how I get 51 counts? Yeah, because they couldn't catch the person that did the stuff over there at the Albany BART station. So now you getting all them charges.
Yeah, but like we said, they letting them go.
No, not with no 51 counts. Your ass ain't going nowhere.
They letting them go.
No, you ain't.
They letting them
trust
go.
Me,
they not even prosecuting.
Trust me, you ain't going nowhere with no 51 counts and no burglary. Not going nowhere. You gonna sit down for a minute.
Well, yeah, that's Berkeley, huh? They might.
Not even.
They got a whole DA system.
I ain't gonna even do Oakland like that. I wouldn't even do Pamela like that. If you walked in that courtroom with 51 counts of burglary, no. They ain't gonna let you go. I'll be shocked. And I don't wish for nobody to go to jail, but God damn it, if you get caught with 51 counts of burglary, you going somewhere. For real. Ain't no ifs, ands about. I'll be willing to bet everything that I have on that I don't care what county you in. They gonna book you for 51 counts of burglary. And that's what somebody looking at right now, dealing with that Albany BART station. Whoever gets caught, that's what they looking at. And that's real unfortunate. And then you know what happens with that? The sad part is misery. Misery loves company. And when one of you little young punks get caught doing that, you decide you want to put your hand up and tell on everybody that was with you. I'm going to look in this camera and tell you to your face, you's a bitch for that. Straight up. Because if you're going to be out here doing it, when it happened to you, eat that. Yeah. But if your homeboys don't get caught, don't tell on them. Don't do that. Because you taint your life when you running off at the mouth like that. You taint your life. And the one thing that I always held true to my chest during all them years in prison is my 3 sons could never say, if anybody walked up to them and said anything to them, your daddy is a rat. I ain't no rat.
Never.
Never. Absolutely. Took mine across the chin, the chest, upside the head, and down my back. But I damn sure was not going to be putting my hand up to solicit anybody's crimes on my name. Absolutely not. Not doing it. Right. And these cats out here that's doing that, y'all have just totally disrespected all so-called G codes, because it ain't nothing written down on paper.
Right.
But it is what it is, and this is what we go by.
Right.
And that no snitching Y'all done got away from that.
No snitching, women and kids,
Yeah.
women and children off limits. There's no code.
Disrespecting
There's no G code.
the game. Totally. Because it just like, come on now. I ain't gonna, like I said, I'm not gonna tell nobody what to do. You a grown man, and accept them grown man responsibilities when they come your way. You know what I mean?
Speaking of grown men, we're gonna give this information again. We are not, one more time about Barbara Lee. We are not telling you who to vote for, but I am giving you this information. Barbara Lee will have an Oakland rally tonight, February 26th at Sweets Ballroom, 1933 Broadway, Oakland, California, 94612. Ladies and gentlemen, the doors open at 6:30 and the rally begins at 7. If you are considering voting for Barbara Lee, I urge you to get out and hear what she has to say tonight.
And as we're about to get up out of here, we're going to say one more time before we get up out of here, 510-563-7819. Tap in, call in, and voice your concerns, because Lord knows it's a lot going on in this election year, and we're going to keep bringing it to you every Monday until November, literally, as it gets closer.
We didn't talk about Trump's shoes.
Oh, wow. You know what they said? It was this one fool, right? He tried to say that black folks would vote for Trump because of the tennis shoes.
What?
Can you believe it, y'all?
Because of the tennis shoes. And then what was funny is that they red bottoms. I'm like, did he get with
The man won $350 for the shoes. All gold. Some is all gold. Others are gold with American flags on them.
It's the pictures floating around social media with that shoe with a Ross Dress for Less tag on it. It says $3.99, now $26
right.
for the shoes.
So we should be having a caller in a minute. My boy, he been on me, telling me he gonna call up in here, so we waiting on him. My boy Dame, he claiming he calling. He said, "Oh, I already did." Okay, well if you did,
we didn't hear you.
We ready to hear that jingle jangle jingle. Yeah, you ain't tapped in. You know what I mean? You gonna have to tap in next week then if you ain't called, because he been on my line about it.
No, we ain't got a call.
Talking about I just did. Okay. Well, like I said, 510-563-7819. Guide Ride, our nonprofit. What we do, we give youth direction everywhere. We redirect youth direction everywhere, and we come to you Monday through Friday and Saturday and Sunday, which means it's all day, every day in terms of what we do with this nonprofit. We are here to help you and your children, whatever you're dealing with out there.
You can reach us at theunstoppablestewards@gmail.com. We are on social media. Again, we are The Unstoppable Stewards on Instagram.
And next week, we'll have an actual number that you can call us if you decide you don't want to go that route. We got that information today, so we'll have a number for you next week to give to you in regards to anybody who wants to call us about Guide Ride, because what we do is we provide a service that is dearly needed to our community, because a lot of parents out there just truly don't know the rights that they have when they go up to these elementary schools and hear all of this rubbish about their kids and what their kids ain't doing and what they need to be doing. It's things in place that could assist your kids long term from basically the elementary school system all the way up to college. So tap in, because it's vital to you helping your child be the best and getting the best performance out of them that you possibly can.
So you want to continue to give them the social media handle?
In terms of what?
I was giving the social media.
Go on ahead. I didn't cut you off.
Yes, you did.
Oh, I'm sorry.
As I was saying, okay.
That's that wife stuff. She didn't even say nothing to me. He just looked at me with that look.
Yeah. Guess what am I gonna say?
Well, I'm sorry. I'm man enough to apologize, baby girl.
Again, that is The Unstoppable Stewards. You can see us on YouTube. You can go to IG, The Unstoppable Stewards, and we are The Unstoppable Stewards on Facebook.
Yes. But guess what, though? You already gave him that information.
I did, and I'm giving it again.
Yeah, so again, we thank y'all for tuning in. We appreciate y'all. And next Monday, we will be back with hotter topics.
And a special guest,
guest. Know that.
Yes.
Shout out to everybody doing what you're doing out there. All the nonprofits that's really engaging in the struggle. We commend you and we thank you. Black History will be over when we come back, so we're going to march into March and keep marching and keep doing what we do. So God bless y'all. Peace.
All right, y'all.